All right, so this is going to be a simple recording. I've always wanted to do a mask painting design. I've seen them a lot. Of course, they're really popular in the Olympics, usually with a flag. And I want to do something I think that would inspire some of the kids over at our fencing club, Mountain West Swords Academy. So I'm going to go ahead and start with a very simple design. I'm going to do an American flag. And I was thinking a lot about it. I've seen a few variations with some swoops in it and dividing 1/4 of the mask with the blue, then the stripes across. I've also seen it with the blue straight across the top and then the flags at the bottom. I'm going to go with a variation with a single swoop down and up, covering the top part with a tapering effect of the blue so that the blue isn't straight across or an even waver, but having more of an uneven waver with the blue coming down and then a little up higher than the stripes following suit. So I think the very first thing to do with something like this is get some tape on it so we're ready to do some painting. Now I'm being very careful on this first pass to get the tape right at the edge of where I want my paint to be. You also have to get it on the inside. Paint, and I'm going to use spray paint, it's going to go absolutely everywhere. So I've got to cover the entire mask, both inside and out. Alright, so I ran out of tape and I needed to come back the next day. There's a little squish in the background. You can follow her on Instagram at YouGotSquished. Now going for the blue stripe on here. I'm trying to create the design I want and I need to shape the tape. So I actually took a knife and went around the edges and also pushed the tape down into the position I want. Now that we've got that in place, we can go ahead and paint it. I'm going to do a very light coating of paint. You don't want this to be thick. Just one quick coat is all you need, and there it is. Now we'll cover that and we'll do the white stripes. And once the white stripes are dry, we'll go ahead and cover those up, and we're ready to do the red. Pretty good. Now for the reveal of what we have so far. That looks very nice. I'm actually very satisfied with how this turned out. I'll probably need to do a little bit of touch-up later, but this is pretty satisfying so far. So now I think we need to put on some stars. And voila! Beautiful. There was actually a storm brewing outside, so I had a little trouble with the stars, but I don't really mind so much. Now I'm taking stencils here and I'm cutting them out with an X-Acto knife. I wanted to do a really special design. This is known as the Steel of Melchizedek by some. It's basically an 8-pointed star with a circle in the middle. Now to do this on the mask, which is curved, I need to split it in half, and then I'm going to cut out the gammas or the right angles that form the points of the stars. And I also need to cut out the circle. And I only need one side for each, because they're symmetrical, so I can just turn them upside down and use it on the other side of the mask. Now here we are. This is a little bit tricky. I need to get it exactly tight on the mask. I need to get all sides just right. And in order to do this with these very small pieces and small angles, I'm using a little trick. The first thing I'm going to do is trim the outside. And then I'm going to tack down the rest with some double-sided tape. So I'm finishing putting on the rest of the blue tape to protect the rest of the mask. We're going to paint this gold. But then I've got that double-sided tape on the insides around each of the angles that I'm trying to paint. And we'll take this off and see how that turned out. Beautiful. So now we just need to do the same thing on the other side. once again with double-sided tape. I put that on the back side of the paper, and now I'm just tacking it the rest of the way down with the blue tape. And there it is. Not too bad. So now we just got to add the interior circle. Quick reveal. Looking pretty good on that side. One more to fill it in. Nice. And there's the final reveal. Turned out really nice, and I hope this inspires you to do the same thing with your own mask, or at least your own variation. Painted masks are fairly popular in the Olympics, but they are restricted in most tournaments, so keep that in mind as well. Please like and subscribe to my channel and check out the rest of the videos we've got. We've got upwards of 100 videos on this channel now, and they range from all different kinds of educational subjects, including some comedy skits. I'll see you next time.